Ito is completely one of the masters. I think that what he has is that he is. I like people that get high on their own supply. I get high on my own supply. I'm like Scarface at the end. You know, I grab my movies and I go, oh, you know, I don't have an objective distance. I am not postmodern. I just go phase in, you know. And I think Ito is the same way. Like in the way that you feel Dario Argento in the early movies was getting off on each murder, or you feel David Cronenberg sort of secretly being aroused by body horror, you know. In the same way you feel Junji Ito being titillated at a very basic, disturbing level by his stuff. And I think that Japanese horror manga normally is really ferocious, is truly unbridled and is brutal, because I guess society is so regimented that it's a perfect escape. And Ito has a lot of the morasses and the sort of moral taboos of the Japanese society. He articulates them through pure horror. Uzumaki, Gio, Tomie, you know, they all deal with incredibly grotesque, brutal moments, and then there are others that are very subtly scary. But as I posted on Twitter, I was reading Gio. Well, the moment that fucking shark takes the staircase, I threw the book. because why I dream often of sharks. My only two nightmares are when I become an edible object. I dream of sharks and I dream of zombies eating me, and I jump rooftop to rooftop, and eventually I give up because I'm too fat and they eat me. And I always, my dream with sharks always goes, I'm going towards the shore, and if I make it to the shore, I'm safe. And in Geo, they make it to the shore, and the goddamn shark climbs into the sand, and then he takes the staircase and has that great moment, that panel where the shark hits the side of the stair because of the momentum, you know. It's amazing art, and narratively you go, holy idea. So Ito has other more quiet moments that are very disturbing, that deal with deformity, body invasion. I mean, none of the Japanese horror is subtle in that way, but a lot of it eventually creates its own poetic, you know. They're very poetic at the end of the day in a dark way.
Is that someone you and Kojima both identified? And
yes.
What was he working on for the project?
He's very quiet, you know, he's very timid. So I can tell you we did a couple of really crazy karaokes together. And I am like a bull in a china shop in Japan. Yeah. And I'm like the wild cousin. So we did karaoke together. We had a few working sessions where we were talking about using the console, the next generation console, in a way that would surprise people. Like we said, let's really freak out people. Let's really cause a panic with Silent Hills. Let's go for full-blown social madness. And we were planning this stuff, and Ito mainly was just being nice and thinking and making notes, and he didn't say much, but he didn't sing either on the karaoke. Yeah. He was a very mysterious man.
Did Kojima sing?
Kojima sang, yeah. And I sang because I was raised on anime. I was raised on Osamu Tezuka, and I could sing Japanese anime songs in Spanish.
Okay.
The Spanish version of like a cartoon I used to love was called Skyers 5, and I know that, and Kojima put it in, and I just got up and sang that, and eventually I got to mariachi songs, and everybody left.
Just you on your own.
Just me.
I think you told us at IGN at Comic-Con that you and Kojima were, despite the collapse of Silent Hill, were still going to work on something together. Is that still?
Whatever it is. I mean, look, work or not, I consider Kojima-san a master, and I have the good fortune of having some sort of friendship and relationship. And, you know, for me, the interest is just to interact with like-minded people, whether it's on Twitter or in real life, is great. I mean, the fact that he can show me stuff he's working on and I can show him stuff I'm working on, it's enough.